Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player. And
possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
well, certainly some teams are not intimidated.
Bass stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York. Hold on, then throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the club with the juice and the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow. Working hard, caking dough. Open up 24. We striving for that goal. I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, everything is shaking through the walls. We are giants.
Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock excellent selection, just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump.
CNN, this is Ghetto Editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you can do what you wanna do, whether group or solo.
One Philadelphia Eagle has already been taken. Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had.
Before you with this, you better want to be this. Oh, got the heat up.
Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Instant impact right there. That's a big leap forward from what they had on the roster to begin with. definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
They changing climate.
Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
But they can't defeat us. They could not destroy us.
Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense?
After cream, GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TV.
It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it by the old man. Had to change her heart and then fell back. Old man lived a long life. Walked around with a long quick like Jesus, that Colombiana, that's mere models like. Yeah. Look at the flick of that wrist. I'm feeling like Leonardo. Let me paint the picture. I might need a bottle. On the road to success, I can feel the throttle. That Michelangelo, hundreds in the envelope. Type when I write. And that old man had to change her heart. Wish he knew it back from the start. Like, looked around, seen his wife on the military all over the whole compound. Soon as he seen it, I swear it, I mean it, my man was gone quicker than Domino's. He in jail, everyone falling like dominoes. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
Logic, clockwise, counterclockwise. Realest in the top 5. Other 4 ain't rap. I'm just rapping for the side. Yeah, that's coastlines, Panama for the boat rides. Worth billions, and we ain't even need showtime. Just money counters and kitchenware. Condo with a in there. We got rich in there. Been a trophy since Hawaiian Sophie. Curry over Kobe. We shooting. Splash Brothers with the add in soda. Good fellas to my Aureliotis. Shades of blue, I met you. Let the sky fall, let it rain on you.
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that wrist.
But how else am I gonna get it? How
Thank you, Larry. So the picks are in. We welcome you to this Draft Champions contest. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, ready to call the action. And let's get to it. Down to the field. It's time for kickoff. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Here's Cooks on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now Mariota. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example.
And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Todd Gurley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he hooks up with a former Niner, Vernon Davis. And they'll get 19 yards there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
That's the type of play there that puts a defense in a stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And boy, was he accurate with that one.
And you know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw him in camp. They saw plays like that. Offered it.
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon.
Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. Mariota now on second down. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Third and short yardage. Mariota under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out here in the eye. On first down, it's Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing Rivers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throw.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by... There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Following the interception here, Mariota. Ebron with it over the middle. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Victor Cruz from 13 yards out. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare it?
Now a hit and a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The one running back is Gurley. And they'll give it to him here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On the stop that time, it's William Gay. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pace. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Mariota. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Benjamin with it over the middle. Give them 11 on the gain there. And it'll be first down 49ers. And quickly they get to the line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clear. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Victor Cruz, 34 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mariota now on second down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mariota to throw it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Shift together here from the D-line. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Victor Cruz in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the 49er hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that. Looked like he had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They go play action here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Cush rushing. In there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. From the gun, Mariota. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're a crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. You're a power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the 6-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl that's singing tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. About memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
First down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle. That's caught by Rice. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
All right, here we go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and it's 3rd and 5. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Brian Dawkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Following the interception, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Anquan Bolden, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Victor Cruz, 75 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Cousins finding time. He's got a man complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on 1st down. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins to throw it. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And the back goes into motion. Following the interception here, Rivers. And this one's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. That'll bring up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Here's Gurley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Time to step aside. We'll come back here right after this. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rivers now. He's got Cruz complete. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Love the effort, love the dramatics, getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be first down, Eagles. First down. Here's Cousins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Now Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Again, it's Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rivers now from the 50. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And got his man complete. And Owen coughed it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Cousins now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. 2nd down, Rivers. Caught. It's Cruz, left side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Ready. Let's go.
Rivers. He finds Hearns left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Rivers now on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Rivers. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins to throw it this time. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Cousins. Man open, Rice. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they're going to speed things up here. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jerry Rice, 62 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd down following the incompletion. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 10 yards to go on 3rd.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1. So the transition.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And Gresham has it left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Cousins now. The left side caught by Diggs. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Frank's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 26 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a San Francisco 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught right side, it's Hearns. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now receiver in motion left. 1st and goal from, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cousins here to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And some space here. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Cousins. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Cousins to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com/Madden. So long, everybody.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it?
I put it in Javinci. I got these bitches dripping. Was young, I wanted a Bentley. I promise I'm gon' go with some, I gon' get it. I had a trip at the vacant. Swerving around in Vegas. Mama, we finally made it. Walking with a Rex, I'm a trap star. She a ride these legs. Drop the bricks in the backyard. Taught her how to turn the white hard. I can't take her on a date. Here's a chicken dinner. Put my wrist in the pot. I could make it trip.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gonna get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it?
Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong.
Whip.
The Vikings have already been heard from in this draft. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
Whip. You know my is the best. I should stop and retire as a vet.
So with a handful of starters already nailed down, and that's a pick that'll solve a lot of problems out there. He'll fit in nicely.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
How else am I gonna get it? I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gonna get it? How else am I gonna get it? How else am I?
Boy, you can't go wrong with anybody out of this group.
Whip.
What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skill player to add another weapon? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two, both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention.
Just a bunch of poor boys.
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone? And there's a pick that does fill a hole, but I'm not sure that it's really going to be the one that improves the overall squad a tremendous amount.
Straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money. Got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes.
And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
All night long bonfire.
And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
Straight out of moonlight. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang nothing, been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing you know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
Draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new cuneiform? Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Haunted by the thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a draft champions matchup and what is set to be a great draft champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Mariota on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that
searching.
one. Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff was screaming at their defense, if you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and checks people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Packers. Darren McFadden, 74 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He was trying to hit Darren McFadden out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Robert Blanton. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A dump off for Ivory. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Eagles! Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Chris Ivory, a 24-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up second down.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Mariota. And now another one thrown incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.